Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Today is Friday, March 29th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Ooh, there's like a jingle in there. First cup with Jeremy. Simple jingle. Good morning. It's kind of dark out. Yeah, it's Friday. Super stoked for it to be Friday. So what's going on? So yesterday was a pretty straightforward day. I worked. Thursdays are consulting days. Went to the gym after. I had a really good sandwich. Yeah, there wasn't too much special about Thursday. The sandwich was definitely up there in the things that are worth mentioning. However, today being Friday is gonna be great. So, got some email to catch up on. Got some podcast intros and outros to record. And this weekend is Master Terry Dow's Martial Arts Symposium in Manchester, New Hampshire. And I'll be there with a whole bunch of people, bunch of friends, people who've been on the show. I think there's at least a dozen people who've been on the show who will be there. So that'll be cool. Looking forward to seeing all of them. What else we got? No, that's really the whole weekend. What else is going on today? Not a lot. Gonna try and get out for a walk. I'm really sore from my workouts the last couple days. And I want to loosen up. Otherwise, a weekend of martial arts isn't going to go so well. I've done a lot of events like this. Probably more than most people. And they're a lot of fun. You get to do different stuff, train with different people. But I think a lot of people go into it with the wrong attitude, for the wrong reasons. So here's what I mean. I'm gonna turn this. Okay. Because people of high rank and prominence tend to show up at these events, right? Nobody holds an event where they bring in, yellow belts to teach, right? A lot of the attendees go too hard. They go too fast. They're trying to get everyone's approval. It's not a class. It's not your instructor teaching. You're trying to learn. You're trying to get better. You're trying to observe what's happening with other people. And if you keep your head down and the blinders are on and you're just doing what you've always done, trying to get a pat on the back saying, good effort, you're going to miss the opportunity for doing things better because you're not going to see the opportunities for doing it differently. And that's huge. It's a really big piece. And so inevitably this weekend there will be a couple different kinds of people. People who attend classes with their instructors and the people they know and that teach the things that they already know. And they'll do it telling themselves that they're trying to get better at the things that they already train in. The reality is that's probably not what they're doing. And it's probably not going to get much better. They're staying within their comfort zone. And I would love to say there's nothing wrong with staying in your comfort zone, but that's not where the big stuff happens, the big growth, the big steps. Then you got the other people who are going to say, I've never trained with this person. I don't know anything about this martial art. This session sounds interesting. That's where the growth happens. For example, last year, Sensei Nathan Porter, he's been on the show. He did a session on, what did he call it? It was a fusion of martial arts and gymnastics. Really interesting, right? Sensei Porter is, I think, a year or two younger than me. And other than this one other woman who was probably in her late 40s who joined the class, it was a bunch of 12-year-olds. And that's really who the class is targeted at. I didn't care because I had a heck of a lot of fun. It was different movements. It was things that I was terrible at. But I was able to figure some things out. When we talk about this stuff and we think back to what on martial arts radio we've been calling the white belt mentality, the idea of starting something completely different, that's where the most progress is. If you've ever started over in a martial art, or maybe you're new enough that you remember your first few months, every class you were learning something new and getting somewhat proficient at it. You felt like you could take on the world. Hey, I learned this form and these 3 techniques. When was the last time, as a black belt, you learned a form and 3 new techniques in one class? It doesn't happen. You already know so much. But you can get that feeling back and you can prompt that mental aspect, that fire, by learning new things. You've probably heard that learning a new language can help stave off Alzheimer's. This is similar. The ability to build new neural pathways through learning new things is important. It's healthy. So don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. And that doesn't just go for martial arts, it goes for everything. If you're, if you always walk, go for a hike. If you always hike, go for a walk. If you always go to the same bar after, on Friday night after work, go to a different bar. Just, you do what you've always done, you know what the results are going to be, and that doesn't mean that those results are bad, but there's no opportunity for improvement. I try to live my life by this idea that came to me when I was writing up the book, How Not to Hold a Martial Arts Competition, which is available on Amazon. This idea of changing things 15%. Let's say you take tried and true, and it works, and you're happy with it. Well, try to change 15% of that. Don't just randomly change it, but try to change it in a way that could genuinely be beneficial. If only half of the 15% is good, and you take that, and you start incorporating that, and you continue that process, you make tremendous progress, actually very quickly. Do the math. It's awesome. And if you completely botch all of the 15%, well, you're still at 85. 85 is still pretty darn good. It's that constant test and refinement that is really important. And I think we do that instinctively in a lot of aspects of life. But why not do it consciously? Why not make it a priority, a goal? Human beings learn by making mistakes. And to facilitate opportunity for making those mistakes, for learning from those decisions, it's just a good idea. Supposedly that's what we teach children to do, but then we grow up and we become adults and we hide in our own little bubble and we don't make mistakes anymore. I can't apply for that job. I might not get it. Oh no. Whoops. I can't go and move to this city, this other state. I won't know anyone. Well, you didn't know anyone at some point. If you do what you've always done, you get what you've always got. If you're happy with what you have, if you're truly, genuinely happy, then fine. Ignore my advice. It doesn't apply. But I doubt there's even 2 in 100 people who are that happy that they wouldn't change a single thing. So consider that as you go through today, this weekend. Whether it's martial arts, whether it's your job, whether it's the way you interact with your family and your friends, exercise, your personal pursuits, hobbies. Try new things. Fall on your face, fail, get better, learn, and repeat. That's where the magic is. So, don't forget we do this show. By we, I mean I. There's no one here. I'm in a robe. I don't let anyone else in my house while I'm wearing a robe. I'm doing First Cup. I do the show every weekday morning. There we go. I need more coffee. 6:30 a.m. Eastern. And you can catch it right here on YouTube. Don't forget, leave your questions or comments below so I can respond to them in the next episode. And if you want, you can listen later. We're on podcasts everywhere. Stitcher, Apple, Google. Man, I did not drink enough coffee. I am out of it. And if you want, you can leave feedback by sending email to jeremy@whistlekick.com. I'm going to have a great weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. And I would love to hear about the highlight of your weekend or what you're looking forward to most. Tell me that. Tell me that below in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can catch these episodes. I hope you have a great day. Great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. Take care. Peace.